It's Sunday, January 5th, 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. A few things I'm going to talk about in this video, really concerning data about the status or the condition of the U.S. economy and why we must continue to prepare. Also, I'm going to put some B-roll of the homes we looked at yesterday over the Disneyland project in Rancho Mirage, California, Cotino, and I'll show you what $2.5 million buys you out here in the desert now. Let me know your thoughts on that, so I'll put some of that up there. It's really, really insane now what $2.5 million buys today. It's just unbelievable. I don't know if they're going to sell these homes, how many they will sell, if this project is going to go all the way through. I have no idea. But in this type of economy, in this real estate market, looking at what $2.5 million buys you today, it's absolutely absurd, my opinion. Beautiful homes, by the way. I don't know the quality of the homes. I'm not a contractor, but absolutely beautiful homes, but very, very close together. I would say probably not the best location in the desert. There's pros or cons, but again, would you spend $2 million, $2.5 million? And they're going to go even beyond that. So if you want a bigger lot, bigger house, they're going to go into multi-millions of dollars over there at Cotino, the Disneyland project. So very, very interesting. We were talking to some people there. A lot of people thought the homes were overpriced, but a lot of people thought that they'll sell the homes because it's Disneyland. They're going to sell because it's Disneyland. There is where I disagree. I think that if you have $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, I don't know if you want to live at a Disneyland project, if that's that attractive, especially with everything now socially going on with Disneyland. A lot of the blowback that they've gotten over the last year or two with their politics, who knows? We'll see how it all plays out. But again, stay to the end of this video. I'll put some of the B-rolls, some of the homes that we went through. We went through 3 model homes. The cheapest one started at $1.6 million. That is the base price. If you want all the bells and whistles, all the upgrades, you're over $2 million. That's the lowest grade home we looked at yesterday. And if you the third model, which started at I think around $2.2 million, if you want all the bells and whistles, you're at $2.5+ million, and you're literally 10 feet from your neighbor. So we'll see how it all plays out. Also, sponsored today, TCal knives. Hopefully I can get this to zoom in a little bit. One of the best, if not best, knives you can buy. They're sponsoring my channel. I'm going to put a link down below. People have been asking me pretty recently what type of knife I carry. I carry a TCal knife. The first one I ever got was about a year ago. It was actually the Night Stalker right here. Fantastic knife. I carry this with my Pew Pew. A lot of people carry a Pew Pew, but they don't have a backup. If anybody ever got a hold of you, went for that Pew Pew, you're wrestling, fighting over it, you better have a secondary plan. And this is my secondary right here. If somebody ever got a hold of it, we're in a wrestling match over a Pew Pew, I'm going right to this as a backup plan. And so I think it's very, very important. But, if you need to, break a car window, cut a seatbelt, open a box, whatever you need to do. These are great knives for whatever utility, all the way to fighting for your life, defending yourself. Some people cannot carry a Pew Pew. It's not legal. Some people cannot do it. Some people may not feel comfortable doing it. So get something like this. Now, I just got this one from TCal Knives. This is the Adversary right here. We'll talk about this a little bit more later in the video. Hopefully this focuses in for you. Really, really beautiful knife here. These are all handmade. Tim Cal, U.S. Marine veteran, makes, again, the best knife in the entire world, in my opinion. I'll do a little bit more later on in this video on these. The beautiful Kydex sheaths, holsters, whatever you want to call it, that nice click. They lock in really good. They're very concealable, very comfortable. The highest quality blades money can buy. They're not cheap, ladies and gentlemen, and some of these blades sell out extremely, extremely quick. There's a list right now you can get on. They're going to be dropping Some of the newer knives, I think on the 15th of this month, you can get on that list right now and pre-order a knife. Some of these knives takes 3 to 6 months to get. Some of them are available now. Go to the website. I'll put the link down below. Check it out. I'll show these a little later in the video. But let's get into some other things here. 44 statistics from 2024 that are almost too crazy to believe. This on the hedge today. And if there's no other reason to make sure that you are exercising situation awareness, adding skills, learning how to protect yourself, having the right everyday carry, the right EDC. These are incredible to add to your EDC. A lot of people, you know, they carry the pew-pew, they carry a flashlight. You should have a good blade, period. You should have something in your car, on you, at the house. Again, whether it's utility purposes, opening a box, something around the property, or self-defense, fighting for your life, cutting a seatbelt, breaking a window. You cannot ever go wrong owning a good knife. You can buy whatever knife you want. But about a year ago, I found TCAL knives, and I got my first one about a year ago, and it's been a phenomenal. The blades are just beautiful. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Nearly $11 billion spent on the 2024 election. $1.2 billion was spent on political ads alone. I'm not going to go through all 44 statistics here, but I'm going to give you a handful here, something to think about. Please comment down below on any of this. Prior to the election, 79% of Americans believe the nation was on the wrong track. How many of you believe the nation is still on the wrong track? How many of you believe we can get on the right track? I'm optimistic. We got big changes coming very, very soon in about 2 weeks. The U.S. government currently is over $36 trillion in debt. How about this? If our politicians keep spending money at the current rate, we will be at $51 trillion in debt in just 4 years. You are watching an economic, social, and spiritual collapse take place right now in America. Household debt is nearing $18 trillion. Shoplifting up 93% compared to pre-health crisis. 37% of Americans are having trouble just paying their basic essentials. Water bill, heating bill, gas bill, things like that. This is not good. Orange juice, the orange juice price is up 327% over the past 3 years. And yet they're telling us, don't worry, inflation's going away, economy's doing well. Average Miami household spends $327 on a single trip to the grocery store. I mean, that is a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of money. It now takes more than $100,000 a year for a typical household to live the American dream. You need $4.4 million to live the American dream over a lifetime. How many people are going to be able to do this? Not many. This is why, if things do not change very, very quickly, this is why people are going to work till the day they die, and that's just a fact. Home prices are up more than 1,000% since 1974. 37% of Americans are maxed out on at least one credit card. That is astronomical. Repeat, 37% of Americans are maxed out on at least one credit card. We have over 770,000 people in this country homeless. That number is very conservative because they're not including people sleeping in their cars, in dilapidated RVs. They don't even count. This number is much, much worse. Job openings have fallen by 4 million since 2021. 30% of Americans, this is incredible right here, 30% of Americans have been diagnosed, clinically diagnosed with depression. I mean, think about how bad this could get. The lights go out, cyber attack, people cannot get their pharmaceuticals, they would be out of their minds. If people couldn't use their phones, they would be out of their minds, let alone if they couldn't get their medication. There are 425,000 convicted criminals living in the United States illegally right now. 56 active military conflicts right now raging around the world. And we're paying for a lot of these conflicts. Market capitalization of Fartcoin sits at $973 million. Market capitalization of Home Depot at $680 million. Ask yourself, what could possibly go wrong? People are gambling, many of them gambling with money that they borrowed out of their homes. They're buying cryptos on credit cards. They're buying literally everything now. They finance their Christmas with buy now, pay later plans and credit cards. This is going to get very, very ugly, ladies and gentlemen, and it's more reason as I sit here today with all of you why you better not get complacent. We can all be optimistic, but we also have to be realistic that things could get extremely wild this year, and they've already started out on a very wild ride already in 2025 with the 2 attacks that we had. So let me know your thoughts on any of this. It's just more reason why I think you have to really be investing in yourself, getting rid of the debt, take on an extra side hustle, whatever you have to do to pay down the debt. You know, somebody wrote the other day, again, I'm telling people to buy gold and silver when they're broke. I've been telling people to buy gold and silver for 7 or 8 years, not financial advice, just sharing with them what I'm doing, what I think is a good idea. It's not financial advice. But what were they doing 7 or 8 years ago? I still see people on social media holding up an $8 coffee. I still see the football stadiums and basketball stadiums full of people. Somehow they're getting $100 to go watch a basketball game or a football game. I still see people going out to eat. How they're paying for it is anybody's guess. But there are people out there still spending money and not preparing. They're not putting away. They continue to spend and spend. Money's going out, and they have no preparation. They have no savings. They have no gold. They have no silver. They have no wealth protection. And you can do whatever you want to do. You can go out and party, have a good time all you want. But these people that continue to make these excuses that, oh, it's too late, people are broke now, I'm telling people to buy gold and silver. I mean, if you don't have, $25 to go, or $30 to go buy an ounce of silver, then you're probably past the point of no return. You probably shouldn't even be watching this video today because you're done. It's already too late for you. And there are millions of people, just like that person that made the comment, it's too late. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's too late. I wish you would have started doing something 7, 8, 9 years ago instead of just blowing money on junk, buying things you don't need, buying things to impress people you don't know. And unfortunately now, it's too late for millions of people. And it's really, really sad. They spent too much time and too much money for spending it today, not thinking about the ramifications tomorrow. And now here's tomorrow. We're now approaching tomorrow, and people have spent a lot of money. They've got a lot of debt, and they don't have a lot of preparation. They don't have a lot of assets. They don't have a lot of skills. They don't have a lot of nothing but debt and trouble. And that's unfortunately not my fault. It's not your fault. It's their fault, because everybody's responsible for themselves. And you've got to take responsibility for yourself. You got to stop making excuses. If you want to get off the drugs, you want to get off the booze, you want to get out of debt, you have to do something today. You have to start today. You've got to have the willpower right here, the mindset to start today to get rid of this stuff. Most people are weak. That's just a fact, and it's unfortunate. And weak people are going to pay the ultimate price in an economic downturn, in the collapse. There's no more free money. There's no more free stimmies. The checks aren't coming. You're going to be left on your own. Don't count on the government or the system to save you this time, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is going to get extremely ugly, and people are going to be on their own. What you have, what you hold is what you have. That's it. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. And unfortunately, most people hold debt. That's it. They have no skill sets to fall back on, no preparations, no food, no water, no cash reserves. And now we're going to see who was right and who was wrong. And again, these will be the people who were wrong are going to be the people knocking at your door. And you're going to have serious decisions to make here, as you have relatives, family members, and friends that come to you for help. And that's going to be up to you what you do with these people. I'm going to leave it there today. I'm going to show you a little bit more of these blades. I think that if you have the means, I would definitely get something like this, because everybody should have a good blade. I've said this for years. And over the last year, especially after I got my first blade from TCal, the Night Stalker, I think it's extremely imperative that you have a good blade at the house or on you. As we said, security, number one asset. This to me has a utility purpose, also has a security purpose. Very, very important. Great investment. It will never, ever be worth zero. It will be here way long after you're gone. So something to really, really look at. I would never tell you to purchase anything I don't believe in or that I haven't purchased or owned myself, whether it's gold, silver, a blade, a pew-pew, training, skills, jujitsu, boxing. I would never tell anybody to do anything that I'm not doing. I'm trying to walk the walk the best I can. Maybe it's not as much as other people are doing, but I'm trying to do the best that I can. I'm trying to get better with my skills and my preparations. I could do more, no doubt, but I would never tell any of you to purchase anything that I haven't already purchased. Emergency food, a jet boil, a trauma kit, a tourniquet. These are all really, really important things to have with you, on you. And I wouldn't tell any of you to do this stuff if I was not doing it. It is extremely important. Link down below, TCAL knives. If you need gold, silver, and you need a great place, SD Bullion, link down below. Check these places out. I've been dealing with SD Bullion for over 7 years, TCAL knives for a year. Their stuff is quality. Tim Cowell, Marine veteran, phenomenal guy. We've talked multiple times over the year. He is passionate about what he does, and I love passionate people. I love people that believe in the things that they make and create. And so we should support people and companies like this that have the same beliefs we do, who are walking the walk, who have passion and put out a great product and really believe in what they're selling. And I believe in it, and I hope that you do too. God bless every one of you. Take care. Stay tuned. So we're at the third model home right now. Just to let you know, those last two homes, the smaller one started out at 1.6, the larger one started out at 1.8. That's the base price. If you want the upgrades, you're looking at $2 million and probably $2.2 million if you want the home upgraded. You know, the custom windows, the granite, the travertine, the stainless steel appliances, all that. You're now looking at around $2 million and $2.2 million roughly. This home right here is starting out in the low to mid $2 millions. With upgrades, you're going to be looking at over $2.5 million here at this home. What do you think? How was it?
Man, yeah. Well, you know, after
You're
the
over
third home,
$2.5 million for this home.
well, after seeing this third home, it just all looks the same to me.
Okay, let's take a quick look. Take everybody here. The thing is, you're going to spend $2 million plus on a home. I don't want to be 10 feet from my neighbor. Okay. All right, so we have a bedroom here. This is a 3-bedroom home. It's, I think, about 2,900 square feet, roughly. So, office. This one's got a nice view, nice pool. Yeah, you're going to be over. Yeah, if you want the, the pool, you want the gas fireplace, the landscaping. Yeah, you're getting up into well over $2.5 million here. Yeah, you might be looking at a house like this, 2.7, 2.75 mil after you're all said and done. If you want this house like this, yeah, you're paying closer to $3 million. Then you got to furnish it. So, yeah, this is a lot of money. And just notice this back here. So this is what your house comes up next to, is a wall. So this is your backyard, basically. And you have another house right there. I mean, almost $3 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
So if your neighbors are fighting, they're playing loud music, they're having a party. I mean, they're literally right over this 9-foot wall.
Yeah, that's not a lot of privacy for a house that costs that much money.
No. And then you're going to be dealing with years of construction here. And then heaven forbid anything happens. We saw the 2008 crash HOAs were unfunded. People couldn't get loans to buy into those developments if the HOAs were bankrupt. It can become a complete disaster. Who knows what's going to happen here? I wish everybody the best of luck. They're beautiful homes, don't get me wrong, but would you pay $2 to $3 million to live next to a wall or 10 feet from your neighbor? That is the question, and some people don't care.